Working with blocks. As mentioned before, the list of blocks in the software is placed in the Blocks panel. This panel includes different categories such as calibration, general, measurement, control, logic, IOLED, stability, signal analysis, monitoring, protection, simulation, power switch, and User AMRBlock Template. The explanation of each block is given in the relay manual. To add a block to the workspace, click on the desired block, then drag and drop it in the workspace. The block is added to the workspace. Here, the undervoltage block is added to the workspace from the category of protection blocks. You can also add the block by right-clicking on the block and selecting the Add option. You can also drag and drop to move the block in the workspace. Its type and label are written on each block, which are the same by default. The user can change the label if needed. Each block has a sequence number according to the order of being added to the workspace. When the blocks are executed, they are executed according to their sequence number. This number can be changed, and if the user changes it, the sequence number of all blocks are modified. Each block has a number of input signals, output, and settings. The inputs are on the left side of the block, the outputs are on the right side, and the settings are in the Block Properties window. The name of each input and output is written in front of them, and their default value is 0. Block Properties window. By double-clicking on the Block Properties window opens. You can also access these sections by right-clicking on the block and selecting one of the Settings, Signals, and Block Properties options. This window contains 3 sections: General Info, Settings, and Signals. In the General Info section, block information such as sequence, label, category, number of settings, number of inputs, and number of outputs are displayed. In this section, you can specify a label for block in the Label field. Block settings are displayed in the Settings section. In the Signals section, all settings, inputs, and outputs of the block are displayed in the form of signals of different types. The name of the signal is displayed in the Name column, and the type of signal is displayed in the Type column. In general, S-in and S-types specify the setting signals. AI and BI types correspond to analog and digital input signals respectively, and AO and BO types correspond to analog and digital output signals respectively. The display status of each signal is specified in the Visibility column. By removing the visibility tick for each of these signals, they can be hidden, or by ticking the signals that are not displayed, they can be displayed. For example, here the tick of input current signals related to the current monitoring of the undervoltage block is removed. It can be seen that current signals are not displayed in the input of the block. It should be noted that after making changes on the desired block, it can be added to the User AMRBlock Template category by right-clicking on it and selecting the Set as Template option. And from then on, by adding a block from this section, same changes are added. Selecting multiple blocks. First, zoom out the image and add the overvoltage and inrush blocks to the VFC workspace. To select several blocks at the same time, you can select them by pressing the Control key on the keyboard and clicking on the desired blocks. You can also create a selection box by clicking and dragging on the workspace so that the desired blocks are placed inside it. This way, the blocks are selected. Delete the block. To delete a block, the desired blocks are first selected, then deleted by right-clicking on the blocks and selecting the Remove option. Blocks can also be deleted by pressing the Delete key on the keyboard. Copy the block. To copy a block, the desired blocks are first selected, then the Copy option is selected by right-clicking on the blocks. The desired blocks are then copied in that area by right-clicking on the workspace and selecting the Paste option. To make copying easier, press the Control key, drag and drop the blocks to create a copy of the selected blocks in that area. You can also copy blocks by using the combination of Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V keys. Cutting the blocks. To cut the block, the desired blocks are first selected. Then by right-clicking on the blocks, the Cut option is selected. By right-clicking on the workspace and selecting the Paste option, the desired blocks are moved to that area. You can also cut blocks by holding Ctrl X and Ctrl V at the same time. Changing the size of the blocks. By clicking on the sides of the block and dragging it, the size of the block changes. As the block size increases, more signals from the block are displayed. If the block size is small, more can be seen once you scroll over the signals. Add notes for the block. By right-clicking on each block and selecting the Add Comment option, a box where you can write a note for the block opens. By doing this, an icon will appear on the block which indicates that a note has been written for the block, and by clicking on it, the comment opens.